like this breed because I raise them for show and meat. This breed has a bigger loin than what some breeds do. This breed can get over 10 pounds, so she is probably about 10, almost 11. So this would be a nice one to start with. They can come in all different colors. They don't, it's called a pedigree. They don't have to be that, but she isn't, but she's decent for showing and stuff. So this would be a nice rabbit to start with because the young ones can, the younger ones are called priors. They're about 8 weeks. You give them lots of food, which lots of people don't like to do that. So they give them like grass and vegetables and stuff. That could work too. It takes them a little longer, but about 5 pounds, and 8 weeks old is about good. Or you could raise them up for a few months till about her age, or they can be a little younger. Doesn't really matter. They can be under 6 months old. They'll be about this big by 6 months old. Those are called the roasters. The friars are more ones you fry in like a skillet. The roasters are ones more that you will bake first slowly, kind of like a roaster, as its name. These are, this is about how big they'll get by about 6 months old. Those would be a nice one to bake. They're harder to fry because they're a lot tougher. So my best opinion would be the New Zealand. It's a very big breed. You can get some does that are mean. Probably don't want to be pets or anything, but these are a nice breed. They're not very. They can be skittish if you don't touch them for too long. But like the bucks, they can move. They'll run around their cage a little bit, but they are mainly the most calm. This is a doe. And first thing you want to do when you're getting this breed is to make sure that they are New Zealand. They don't got a pedigree, just make sure they are pure-blooded New Zealand. And if they're not, you can still get those, but they wouldn't be a good thing to start with. They'd just be all mixed breed. So one thing to look for in this is big, and if you trust the person, and it is in New Zealand, you want to make sure it's very big, at least weighs 10 pounds. They're 9 to 12 pounds. Usual weight 12 is the maximum weight, but that you can get that. Most of mine are, my biggest is maybe 11, and I think this is her. The smallest is about 9. So yeah, so these would be a nice breed to start with. They're easy enough to pick up, just something easy. Not very, as soon as you get them into where you're right around here, like when you're holding them, they'll stay calm. Stuff like that. And so this I would think would be a good breed. With your bucks and does, if you don't know how to, if the people say, I don't know, I just in New Zealand, that's all I know. You know, and you trust them. The first thing you want to do, which if you get them smaller, which is the best time to, not to kill them, but to get breeding stock, so you can kind of raise them and see what's going into them. Don't buy one that's already bred that they filled with a bunch of junk or what you don't want, like corn and stuff isn't the best for them. So if you have small ones, just take their ears and just put it through there so they're kind of grabbed like that. Difficult to put it that way, like this, like that. But flip them, whatever, right hand, left hand, doesn't really matter. And then just flip them. And then if they start freaking out, just don't blow hard, but blow kind of calm. One thing to see on the does is this hairline here. That's called the dewlap. They'll pull that for the babies. Just fill the nest box to the top, like to the top area of, fill it to the top. Then she'll take what she wants out of it. And then the next thing is make sure they are what they call buck and doe. It's harder to see when they're young, so get them about 2 to 3 months old. Now if you buy a buck that is ready, or old enough, about 6 months old, you can tell because he's got all of his stuff. A doe, which isn't very easy, all you gotta do is just flip, and then just check, and if it's at, of course, you'd know a buck would kind of go out like that, and then a doe just kind of goes, just kind of like you've just cut it open or have more questions on it, I can show the size of the nest box and what everything needs to be. So, yeah, New Zealand rabbit would be the best. You can look it up. There's 4 colors on it. Well, 6 if you count the blue and the broken red, but they're not quite really recognized by the showing standards, but I don't think you don't have to worry about that. So as long as you've got this kind of color, the whites are the best.